welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to be looking at Impossible Mission for the, well, not the Wii, for the Switch. Now, the thing is, they're pretty much the same game. I don't think there's anything different between the Wii version and the Switch version. I think they literally just brought it over to the Switch to be able to play it on the Switch. I don't have the box, or the packaging I should say, for this game on the Switch. I have seen it in the store, but it was just an empty box with a download code, so I didn't see the need for that. Not to mention, I was just kind of waiting for it to drop in price anyways before I ended up picking it up. It was hard to decide on doing that, because I thought, hey, I can always just play it on my Wii. Why do I need it on my Switch? Now, the difference is, I don't like the Wii controller playing this game. I just find it's very awkward. And I only have the Wii mode. I don't have any other controllers for my Wii, and I'm not going to run out and buy a whole new controller just to play this one game. But for the Switch, using the Switch controller made things a heck of a lot better and easier to control. Especially, there's parts in this game where you have to go through a menu screen, and with the Wii mode, you're supposed to, use it like a laser pointer, and I was having so much trouble with that. Anyways, Impossible Mission is a game that I play a lot on the Commodore 64. You've probably seen, if you've seen my videos, you've probably seen me play it at least once. I think I've done a couple videos on it. I probably did a live stream now that I'm thinking about it. I remember completing the game. And I've also played the Atari 7800 version, which for the actual cartridge version, you can't even complete it because it has a bug in it. But there is a fixed ROM that I tried, and I don't even think I was able to even complete that one. But anyways, I just want to look at this one, and I want to talk about the differences between this and the actual Commodore 64 version. So let's get to this game. Okay, so we got the game booted up here. You can see that we have a nice title screen. There's you're on a mountain. I think in the original one, you're just in I don't know if it's actually on a mountain or if it's just in a building somewhere. But this looks kind of cool. It looks like you're kind of on some espionage mission to some crazy island. So you got options here to load the game and high scores and all that stuff. So we're going to start a new game. Now this is what I like. They give us some options about if you want to play the classic version to make it look a little bit like the Commodore 64. Well, kind of a lot like the Commodore 64. And then we got this kind of merged version. And then you got a new one. Okay, so let's play the classic one. Just so we can kind of see. So, Elvin's voice sounds a little bit more menacing in this one. He's kind of got like a almost like an echo to his voice too, and you can tell it's not I don't know. In the other one, I like how it kind of sounds like an older man, and he's a little bit more slower talking. This guy kind of says it really fast, but I understand they probably had to do all new voiceovers and stuff. They're not just going to replicate exactly off the Commodore 64. So this is that computer stage where you get to win yourself some extra snoozes and lifts. So the tones are a little bit different. I found this one to be a little bit more challenging. I don't know why, but I think the tones were very, very similar. But yeah, that's how that one looks. So let's just move on. Well, other than that, I mean, the elevator shaft looks the same. Your character looks the same. His jumping is the same. So ultimately, I think they did a pretty good job. And there's the your screen where you can put the robots to sleep and reset the lifts in the room. So that's your snoozes and stuff that you earn from that computer. That guy doesn't look very safe. He's just sitting there. I don't know. The screaming sounds a little bit different. So pretty much all the voiceover in this has been completely redone. They're not just recycling what they got off the Commodore 64. The searching is a little bit different, the search bar thing, but I don't know if that guy's going to shoot me or not. No, he's just one of those guys that runs at you. The other thing I noticed is the sound of him moving. In the Commodore 64, there's a kind of a sound when he walks, like a noise he makes. Looks like they eliminated that. Maybe they thought it was too annoying. And of course there's that background music, which is not in the Commodore 64 version at all. So maybe that's probably why they figured they got this little sound music-y thing going on there. But ultimately, the game is playing pretty much the same. I found when I was playing this, a lot of the tricks that I knew from the C64 version were the same. The robots were a little bit different, I felt. In some places, they kind of took me by surprise, where their behaviors were slightly modified, but I mean, it wasn't enough that it stopped me from being able to complete this game. Actually, I found that the hard part was coming into this stage here. You can remember what button to push? There it is. This kind of messed me up a bit. The puzzle pieces were a little bit different. I mean, the look of the pieces were the same, but I think just the way they were behaving in this, I had a little bit of trouble putting all the pieces together and correcting them, because normally in the Commodore 64, I should say, they you're able to easily like correct the pieces. I don't know what problem I had, but I had to like mess around with the orientation of the pieces until I was able to complete all the puzzle parts. But I mean, ultimately this looks, you know, and feels like I am playing on the Commodore 64 with this, you know, slight little changes and things. The elevator noise is the same. Him getting destroyed, there's a little bit of a difference there too. The sound of him frying up, to say. But not bad altogether. There's a lift. Oh. Okay, so let's check out the other one. Let's check out the new. See how it looks like new. Oh, here. There we go. So in the new one, you actually get to pick a character. So you got Alpha, Gamma, and Delta. So you can play as this woman, you can play as a robot. I think that's a robot or a cyborg. That's pretty cool. Looks almost like RoboCop. You can see it's a dark mine shaft. They put some kind of 3D feel to it. It's kind of like that 2.5D feel that you see on some of the modern games of today, that try to have kind of a retro, sort of retro modern feel, I guess you want to say. Whoa! I think this is pretty much, it's the same game. The level designs are the same, but the parts that you search are definitely different. These are definitely not the same things that you would be searching in the other one. I think because they were able to put in a little bit more detail, so they changed around the parts, the products that you search. There's the computer, looks a little bit more modern, as to opposed to the old-looking, old-style terminal that was in the, you know, the original version of this. But they did a nice job kind of recreating the game in this kind of more modern look to it. And I like how after you're done searching, it leaves kind of a shadow behind of what was there, as to opposed to just kind of disappearing the item like they do in the on the classic version. Just so you kind of know that the item is still there, you've just searched it. I believe all the sounds are the same on this one. They didn't really change anything there. And let's see the, oops. Falling sound is the same. I think the puzzle, this is all the same, the puzzle parts. They didn't go and, you know, kind of recreate all this to just make it different. So they kept that the same. Okay, so let's get back to this menu. And let's just look at the merge just for fun. So this is merging the new modern look with the classic look. So you see you got that guy there. And it's kind of the modern look, but it's got the classic character in there. Just in case you really like playing as this original character is intended to be played. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, see, this looks a little bit different, but I believe the tones are the same. The actual playing of this is the same. Hey, we got ourselves a snooze. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, this game is still pretty cool. Unfortunately, you only get the one game. It's just the Impossible Mission game. There was a part 2 that came out. I do have it on the Nintendo, which is in, one of my cartridges back there. And I was kind of excited to play it on the Nintendo like that. Which was pretty much the same idea as playing it on the Commodore 64. They didn't really change or update the graphics too much. They just kind of literally ported it over. But, I mean, for what you get, this is actually a pretty decent game. And I like how it gives you the options to have 3 different characters. You get the option to play the modern graphics. You get the option to play the retro graphics. Or you can blend the two if you really want to. Like I said, playing it on the Wii is not my thing anymore. I do still have my Wii hooked up to my TV, just in case I want to do some bowling or something. But for playing it, I think the Switch was actually perfect. This is about as perfect as you're going to get to playing classic Commodore 64 on your Switch. Obviously, you can get the new C64 Mini that came out and actually play the original ROM on your TV and stuff like that, which is still good too. I mean, if you could get yourself a nice, good controller. A joystick is the way I've always played this, but I can get used to playing it on a gamepad as well. Anyways, let me know what you think of Impossible Mission for Nintendo. I'm just going to say Nintendo because this is Wii, Switch, it's the same game. Throw your comments down below. Have you completed this game? Have you even tried it? Or maybe you're going to be interested in trying it. I'd like to hear you. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.